your journey with what you're doing and what God has planned for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Intentional Tuesdays, and I'm your host, Penny Owens. For everyone who has not been here before, this is where you come when you need to refresh your spirits and where you need to reset your intentions. We do this every week, every Tuesday, so that we can be ready and not have to get ready. And what I mean by that, it is a lot going on in this world. There's so much going on that you need to be prepared for, that you need to be ready to accept, that you need to be willing to share experience and knowledge, resources. So we come here every week to make sure that you know how to do that. So we can make sure that you are in a healthy place, an abundant place, and getting exactly what it is that you work so hard to get. Now, today's topic, we are talking about being distracted. Anybody who knows the date, okay, you know that this season is the season of distractions. Now, a lot of you probably think, well, what do you mean distracting? Okay, it's a holiday season. There's no distractions there. Yes, there is. There's plenty of distractions, and that's one of the main reasons. But I bring this to the forefront because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now. And these distractions or issues that we're coming across, they are piling up, okay? They are piling up on top of each other, and it can become very overwhelming. So I want to make sure that I set you straight and give you the heads up, the warning, the skills and knowledge real quick so that you do not become overwhelmed, okay? So now, one thing that's going to definitely try to distract you this season is the weather, okay? The weather. Another thing, these elections. And third, the holidays, okay? Those are three very vital things that you kind of can't avoid that's in our environment. It's on every media outlet. It's on the TV. It's in the radio. It's in every single store, right? Those three things you can't forget and you can't ignore. Now, I say the weather first because first and foremost, when you go outside, when you look out your window, that's the first thing that you're going to be exposed to before anybody starts talking to you, okay? How does it feel? What is the weather doing in your side of town? And it's acting really weird. I know that it is still warm up north. It is not regularly cold the way that it normally is. I stay in Texas, and I can tell you myself that the weather that we're experiencing is not the same as it's been for the past years that I've been here. It's different. It's very, very different. And only God knows why. But there's clearly some change that is happening to all of us. Okay. So the weather is foremost. A lot of people towards the end of the year, because of the holidays as well as the weather change, it affects your mood, the way that you think, and it affects our routines. So what do you do when your routine is affected? You think that it's just going to check the weather channel. Let's just see what's going on. But it is different. There are things that you probably would normally do when the season changes. When the season doesn't completely change, it's kind of throwing you off. Some of us are happy that it's still warm. Some are confused that it's still warm, okay? Wherever the weather is doing in your neck of the woods, whether it's already cold and you have violent storms, whether it's still lingeringly warm, just whatever it is, don't let it distract you emotionally or physically. Just try to understand that all you can do is be present. You can't necessarily be prepared and to watch that weather channel because it's changing so fast. It's its own television show for real. It is its own thing. So you have to want to make sure that you pay attention to it, but don't let it affect your days and your routine. Try to focus on your routine as much as possible. If it's still warm where it's cold, then enjoy it while you can, because the storms that we've had this year have been very interesting. And I'm sure we're not done with that. So don't get too distracted in the what ifs. Don't think about, well, why? Because you can't control that either. Just try to be present, pay attention to it on a daily basis, and then just do what you got to do. But try not to let it distract you. The second thing, the elections. Everyone has mixed emotions about these elections, but you know what, guys? Regardless of how you feel, this is what it is. This is what we have to deal with. And neither red or blue, neither one of them ultimately decide what it is that we are going to go through or experience, okay? That is God's job. So do not lend it to man to stress you out. They are going to try, okay? They're trying to give you false hope, promises, or flat out lies. So what you pay attention to and the energy that you allow yourself to spend on any given topic or any given leader is up for you to control. Like I stated, God's number one in control. So make sure that you are grounded with your feet planted on what that means for you. Okay. We're just in the beginning of the election talk. And where I live at, it's pretty quiet, very quiet. And I'm sure we can all agree that the one who won is oddly quiet. He's probably just preparing for a huge comeback on what's going to be said. That's going to give everyone a lot of anxieties. Don't get distracted by that, okay? You can't control his mouth nor the words that come out from it. Therefore, pay attention to what you're doing today. Pay attention to what you're preparing for. We know that there's going to be some changes, but guess what? Every day is a change, and it's not guaranteed. No matter what is said to you, what is shown to you, all you can do is prepare, be careful, be aware, and do what you can. There are changes that are going to be happening, and we can't say that they're all going to be negative. There may be some positive changes. Matter of fact, I know there'll be some positive changes. You know why? Because no matter how you feel about this election, it's going to push you into a place of action, one way or the other. Therefore, the same way that there's 50% chance that something negative may happen, do not relinquish the other 50% of something positive happens. Miracles happen every single day. Blessings happen all the time. So do not get caught up in your stress and the what is for something negative, because like I said, it's 50-50 negative, 50-50 positive. So where you put your focus is what's important. Okay? We have a lot to go through and we have a lot coming. So stay focused. You can't afford to get knocked off track, nor to make emotional decisions. So clear your energy, clear it out, make sure that you are good to go, and you do what you are here to do, okay? And be the best at it. Third, everyone knows that this is the holiday season. With this being the holiday season, one, you know that the stores and advertisement are throwing everything into the stores on every single shelf, and they didn't even move all the pumpkins out. Okay, I know I'm not the only person that has seen this. They have not waited at all. It is getting quite ridiculous. Look, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, they're doing their job, and they are doing an excellent job at it. They're trying to get into your pockets and make you spend, spend, spend. We're all aware of how the economy is moving right now, and all the prices going up. Everything is getting smaller. It's already hard. So do not allow yourself to get caught up in these pretty glamorified things that you see in the store. Don't allow your void of and wanting to provide joy and gifts for others. No, that's not a bad thing at all. But do not allow it to distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, because a lot of times when we come from a place, an emotional place, we tend to do too much. That's just what it is. We do too much. Don't do too much this year. Your pockets depend on it, okay? Your future depends on it. Because like I said, they have a purpose and point, and they're doing their job. You make sure that you do yours, okay? Everybody and anybody around you, if you can't, they understand. If you want to do something, sure. You want to give something, it's always great to give. Make sure you do it all year round, not just during this season. I'm just saying. There's always a blessing that you are going to be able to provide for others. There are blessings that you are going to be able to receive from others. but do not do it in an obligatory or obsessed way. Don't feel like you have to do anything, because that's not true. What we have to do during this time period is stay focused, stay in alignment, stay grounded. There's going to be so many different things going on, especially with the holidays, overshadowing the elections, overshadowing global warming. All these different things are happening simultaneously. They're going to play off of each other, especially in the media. So you need to make sure that you are focused on what is important to you, who is important to you, and you put your energy that way. You keep it there, okay? Tomorrow's not guaranteed, but all you can do is put 100% into what you're doing right now. Be very present. Be excited about what you're touching, the lives that you're changing, whether you know it or not. Pay attention to that. Everything else is trying to get you away from that, okay? Everything is trying to get your attention away from that. That joy and peace from knowing you are doing your best, that you are helping others, that you're in alignment, that this is on purpose, that you are living your life the best way that you know how, whatever that looks like for you. That's what you're supposed to do. That's where you're supposed to be, and that's where your peace is. So do not allow these three monsters right now, the weather, the elections, or the holidays, to steal your peace. Don't let it. Don't allow it. Okay? Make that declaration for yourself. Make the declaration and the choice that you are going to keep your peace no matter what you read, what you see, what you hear. No matter what somebody brings to you. It doesn't matter their emotions or their biases and their mindset on any of those three topics. Okay? Make a decision for yourself how you feel about it, and you deal with that. If you feel negative, worried, stressed, scared even, you need to sit still. Find out, why do I feel this way? What is it that's causing me to be anxious about the elections or the results of the elections? What's causing me to be afraid or guilty when it comes to the holidays? What is it? What's making you feel uncomfortable about the weather? All you can do is take care of you. And it's very important for you to know what is happening to you. So if you are being triggered by any of these three things, sit still, take some time to be present within yourself. Get to the bottom of what is triggering me about these particular situations. Whatever is stimulating you, whether it's negative or positive, you should know, especially when it's negative. Because sometimes we'll try to go into denial, and then because we are feeling negative feelings, and I'm sure everybody knows who likes to spend too much money, when you have negative feelings going on, that's when you really tend to shop. That's when you really tend to spend money, and then you try to emotionally take care of it that way. You try to put that temporary Band-Aid, that relief onto it. And like I said, they're going to play off of that. Who do you think came up with these holidays? Who do you think approved them and put them into play? Exactly. So they know exactly when and how they're going to be in your pockets and when you are more likely to spend. Protect your peace, protect your pockets. Okay? They know what they're doing. Make sure that you do. That's like the biggest thing. Make sure that you do. You have been working very hard on several different areas of your life. Don't lose it because of an outcome of decisions. Don't lose it because of weather you can't control. And don't lose it for the guilt of the holidays and buying somebody a freaking present. Because that's not what it's for anyway. Christmas does not represent that. Do your research, do your homework. I'm just saying, regardless of how you are feeling right now, be in control of the one thing that you can control. Make sure that you are fully self-aware All of these things that are going on around us are going to keep changing aggressively and very fast paced. Okay. So if you are not grounded, you're going to get knocked over. You're going to fall. You're not going to have your seatbelt on. And I'm letting you know, we're here to make sure that not only is our seatbelt on, but we have our tennis shoes in case we need to run, whether you need to hop a fence, whether you need to hurry up and grab something or somebody to get it out of harm's way, whatever the case may be. And I mean that literally and figuratively. You want to make sure that you are ready to do whatever is required of you, whatever will be asked of you. A lot of people hear that and you think, okay, oh my gosh, somebody's going to ask for something. There's something that I need to do. No, if you're getting stressed out about what's coming, stop. Go back to the drawing board and find out, why do I feel stressed out, worried, or anxious about what's coming? For the other side of the spectrum, everybody who has, make sure that they stay in alignment. Make sure that you have been truthful to yourself, who God has called you to be. Those who have already done all that hard work and they're just ready for it to harvest. They're ready for it to see it into fruition. They want to see the growth. They want to see the expansion that they have been hustling for. Just hustling for. I'm going to let you know, you're about to see that as well. Change, like I said, change is not always negative. Oh, there's about to be a whole lot of good things happening right now, too. Oh, yeah, there's about to be some grand changes and transitional periods for a lot of us. So don't think just because change is coming and because change is here, it's going to be negative. Oh, no. Okay, a lot of us are waiting for those promotions. We are waiting for that money to come in. You are waiting for the newness. You are waiting to take over a project you've had your eye on. Okay, it's here. Let me say that. Let me just make sure that I'm clear. It's here. You don't go through a whole bunch of craziness for it not to be a grand outcome on the other side of it. So all this weirdness, all this craziness that's going on right now, don't let it scare you. Don't let it throw you off from what you've been doing, because you've been working real hard and you deserve to receive what's coming to you. Okay? Because it's here now. I didn't say it was coming. I said it's here now. All right? Let me say that for the folks in the back. Your change, what you've been waiting for, the way that you've been trying to express yourself, to get across to the world, is here now. So do not get distracted by this crap that's going on so that you can't complete this run in this race. Okay? Don't stop before you receive what you're supposed to be getting, what you've been working hard for. Do not stop before you get the results you've been trying to have. It always looks crazy right before you're about to transition to something better. So all this stuff that's going on right now, don't let it make you run. Don't make it make you nervous. You're doing what you're supposed to do, okay? You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Show them that. Prove the whole world wrong. Prove that your testimony, your work ethic, your story is worth fighting for. Now, people, what am I fighting for? You're fighting for a lot. I want everyone on here. I know I'm pointing. Ain't that rude? That's so rude. I want all of you. Maybe if I pull it back, is that a little bit better? No, that's all right. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying it's rude to point. I'm sorry. But I want each and every single person listening to my voice, I want you to understand that you are of value, you are important, and you are needed. We need you, okay? So don't quit. Do not allow any stress from anything, any person, any outlet to take over and throw you off what you've been here created to do. Don't let it happen. Right now, everything that I've mentioned, it's real. It's on top of itself. It's growing. You don't have time for it. Don't pay attention to what things look like. You don't have time for that. You keep working on your craft. You keep strengthening your voice so that you can be heard. And I mean, I don't care who you talking to. You can talk to your peers if you need to. You can talk to your supervisors, the executives, other organizations, neighbors, whoever it is that you need to speak to. Make sure that you say it from your chest. I'm just saying, speak loud and clear and be clear about what it is that you're trying to get across. Don't get distracted. The work that you're trying to do, and you're training other people, you're trying to teach them and show them the ropes. It doesn't matter that the playing field is changing. Learn, continue to learn what it is that you need to learn so that you stay in front of the game, okay? So that you are aware of what is changing in real time, and then you continue to teach, continue to show others how to do what is required to move forward. Do not get afraid and do not stop. They need you. They need you. You are the leader. You are the teacher. You are responsible. You are responsible to share the knowledge and wisdom that will help them grow, that's going to help them move so that our future and our communities are impacted by all of it. So do not, I repeat, do not get distracted. Okay? Everything in the stores, yes, it's plenty pretty. They're shiny and all the colors is just so bright. And oh my gosh, the things that they have been working on when it comes to just the expression of all the seasons. Okay, this is including Halloween too. The expression of the seasons. Yes, it's very exciting. It's so creative. It's so pleasurable. It's still just a season. Don't get distracted. It's still just a season. Don't get distracted. I'm not saying you can't buy anything, and I'm not saying that you can't enjoy Christmas or Thanksgiving. The point of why they are relevant still counts. But it's for every day, guys. It is not for just the one day, every day of the year. You should always be thankful. You should always say, I love you. You should always spend time with the people that you care about. You should always be a blessing. You should always be present every day to each other, not just your loved ones, but to each other collectively. That is what we're supposed to do. Anyway, 365 days of the freaking year, but we get distracted. So don't get distracted. Like I said, you have greatness coming. It's right here. Stay put, stay grounded, stay aware, and cover and protect yourself. What do I mean when I say cover and protect yourself? I'm saying that with coming here and refreshing your spirits every week, that is still just one time during the week, right? That's 7 days. That's only 4 times to 5 times in a whole month. You need to be in alignment and understand what you're doing way more than just 4 times a month. Okay. I love you, but this is still something that you have to do. Now, when it comes to just keeping yourself protected, it means when we don't know what we're doing, that's when you're more likely to fall for a trap. That's when you are more likely to be confused or feel overwhelmed, scared, anxious. Fear only kicks in when you are unaware of what's going on, when you don't know. And we're human, so we think the worst first. So cut it out before it's a problem, okay? So if you just need to be aware, protect that. Because like I said, the things that you're protecting right now, it's your peace of mind. It's your hard work. It's your understanding. It is your point and purpose, okay? You're protecting it. Your purpose, the whole reason that you were created, it's under attack. People or things are going to try to get on your nerves to throw you off. That's the main part of your peace. That's just what it is. You being the best and strongest version of yourself in its entirety, mind, spirit, body, that's what's under attack. And that's what you need to protect. Don't think so small. Don't think about, okay, I'm just trying to keep my job. There's a whole lot of jobs. That's not a good excuse. Well, I'm just trying to keep my friendship. There's a lot of people that you can befriend. That's not an excuse. I really worked hard on this. I just got to get it turned in. There's a lot of projects and more work for you to do. Not an excuse. But who you are, your purpose, what you were created to do, the testimony you were created to tell, whether it's through your work or your mouth, that is what you have to protect, because that's where your peace lies. I mean, there's a reason that people spend their entire lives trying to figure out who they are, because that's where your peace is. When you understand who you are, who God created you to be, what you're supposed to be doing, oh, there's no questions. That peace stays there because you know. You're not walking in a place of what ifs or maybes. You know. Can't nobody take that from you. So that's what we're protecting. You want to make sure that you protect your peace and your purpose. For anybody who does not know what their purpose is, well, then I'm glad that you're here so I can help you find out. Okay? I'm just saying. I could be of use for that. So don't give up at any point and don't get distracted by what's going on around you. Continue your ongoing journey to understand how to protect your peace and your purpose, because that's what life's about. Okay? All the rest of the things, they're variables, they are situations, they are challenges, they're a part of it, but that's not the point and purpose of it. So make sure that you are protecting your peace and your purpose. Do not give into any of the crap that's going on around it. And I know some of you might be like, okay, that's a little rude. Don't say crap, but I'm just saying it's true. It's not important. It's one day and it's going to pass. What are you doing with the other 364 days? That just kind of takes care of itself. It's going to pass. If you sleep all day, then you missed it. So make sure that you don't get distracted. Don't go in debt. Don't be ridiculous. Don't set yourself up to be disappointed afterwards, because like I said, the ones that are setting you up, they know what they're doing and they are covered. They made sure they covered themselves. You make sure that you cover yourself by not falling for the trap and the okie doke. Okay? So thank you for joining me today. If you guys have any questions, you can email me at pennyowens@pennyowens.com. And you can catch this replay on YouTube and on Instagram. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that you're valuable. Your peace is priceless. And we're just going to make sure you get everything that you need every Tuesday if you can't focus on any other day of the week. I'm glad that you were here. Enjoy yourselves. Do not get distracted. Bye.